Hey everyone, how's everybody doing on this Mother's Day? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hope you're having a good, wonderful, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day here in Southern California. It warmed way up. Yeah, we went from 58 degrees to 90 degrees. This weather's just crazy, but it's crazy all across the country. The thing that is really bothersome is all these winds that are going on in all these different places. I mean, yeah, the wind blows, but I have never seen it. And it was the same thing when I went back to Wyoming in 2020. The wind was blowing when it never used to blow like that. But anyway, I digress on that. Like I said, I hope everybody's having a wonderful, happy Mother's Day. I wanted to come on here and talk about a situation that happened yesterday at T-Mobile. I ended up getting a new watch, and I wanted to get it activated on the eSIM for my LTE standalone. So I went to T-Mobile yesterday, not realizing that they open at 10. So I got there about 10:30. I thought they had opened at 9. But anyway, there was one in front of me, and there were two customers being helped. And their system, they were having problems with their system, so I'd go in and out. And so it was kind of difficult for them to do things, but they ended up getting stuff done. So I'm sitting there, and I'm just kind of looking on my phone and watching some stuff, and these two blonde-headed, look like a mother-daughter, come into the store, and they're flitting around, and they look like white trash. I mean, just the way they were acting with one another, and acting like they're the only people in the store. And I kind of just sat there and watched them, because I watch people like that, because they're the kind of people that would walk into a store and pull out a gun and rob them. That's what kind of people they look like. And yes, I'm being judgmental. But I live in a very nice neighborhood. And where this store, T-Mobile, is in a very nice shopping center. And I'm not saying that crime doesn't happen, and it happens everywhere. But what I'm saying is, I've always observed people. I always watch people, because you never know what they're going to do. And these two women, I just had a gut feeling that they were not good people. And I go on my gut a lot, and I can read a person pretty quickly. Now that, I'm clear-headed as far as my mental health is concerned. But anyway, it's just interesting when they were asking where they're there to buy a case. And so the manager was helping this one lady, and so she got up to get something to show the lady that she was helping, and the lady goes, "Where's your iPhone cases?" And she goes, "They're right over here, the 16, if you're looking for a 16, I think that's what you said." And she said, she says, "But you're going to have to," she goes, "I'm helping somebody right now, and there's two other people waiting." The woman looked up at her and said, "You're a bitch." She goes, "I'm here to buy a case." It got better, yeah. And she says, "That's fine." She says, "You're going to have to wait. There's two other people waiting that have been waiting, and you're going to have to wait." She says, "You're nothing but a fucking bitch." Then her daughter calls her the C word. Yes, C-U-N-T. This is a girl that's probably 14 or 15 years old. And I said, and they were flaunting around, and they were getting ready to leave. And I said, whoa, because I know Jill. And she handled it perfectly fine. And I said, whoa, that's uncalled for. And the little flaunty little twit, as I call her, says, "Oh, fuck you, you asshole." Okay. So my gut feeling was right. I was judging you before, and you are exactly, and I thought, this is what we see when videos go viral on people that act like this. These two white trash, and what they got into an older Mazda, and you could tell the way they were dressed. They were kind of just dressed just like, like I thought they were. They were just dirty looking. And I thought one day, I hope, and it will happen, karma will come back and get these two, because Jill did nothing wrong, and she handled it very well. I mean, everybody was just shocked. I mean, there were other people there that were just like, what? And the girl that was the woman that was sitting in front of me, she says, oh, I think they were on drugs. And I said, no, that's just, yes, this is why I say people shouldn't procreate, especially when it's me, 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 me. It's fine if it's me, 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 me. But when you think that it's okay to act this way, you're buying a fucking phone case. You're not buying an iPhone. So why in the hell would you think that you're privileged above everybody else that are actually spending more money? Not that you have to spend money to get good customer service, but I mean, to act like that and you're buying a frickin' iPhone case, well, like I said, karma's going to come back and get those two, and I can't wait. I know it's going to happen because I've seen it. You can't treat somebody and act the way and to call Jill the C word, that was the daughter. And she's probably 14, 15 years old. And this is what people are actually, they're allowing this. They're allowing their kids to act this way. But, like I said to the lady in front of me, I said, look at what she's procreated out here, and this is what we're going to get. This is what kind of people we're going to get in this society that walk around and act like that. But anyway, I don't usually say anything, but that was uncalled for, and everybody was just stunned. And everybody said, you handled it very well. And she goes, and Jill just was like, I just can't believe that she said what she said. And I said, like I said, what goes around comes around. When you treat people like the way these people, and what she said to me when I'm saying, whoa, 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 I mean, really, little girl, you wait until you run into somebody that's going to beat you. And I'm going to laugh when you get beat, because once you're beat down and beat up and have the crap kicked out of you, it'll knock you down a couple notches, and you won't. And that's what's going to happen with somebody like this, because for somebody to go from flitting around there and then to act like that, that's just unreal. Whether they were on drugs or not, I don't know. I don't really care. But for that woman in front of me to sit there and say, oh, I think they were on drugs or something. No, you need to understand, honey. You've been in the bubble too long, and you haven't seen, because I've seen videos like this, and I thought some of the videos were made up. But after experiencing that, I mean, there was no reason for them to say that. I mean, if you don't have time to wait to buy a case, then don't buy a case at T-Mobile. And it was just funny because she never went over and really looked at the case. It's almost like, oh, let's go in and do this. Let's go. We don't have nothing better to do because we're such losers and we don't have any friends. I mean, yes, I'm judging these people, but I had a right to judge them because I had a really weird feeling about these people. And you know what? Like I said, it just seems like people want to beat everybody up for nothing because they don't have a life. I mean, these two people are very mentally unstable, and karma's going to come back and get them, because what's going to end up happening is the daughter's going to spout out like that, and they're going to run into a woman or a man that's not going to put up with that, and they're going to be beat down, and then it's going to be all of a sudden, violence. But it's the people like them is what creates a hostile. To say that to Jill, I mean, Jill's a really nice person, and she handled it very well. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you've ran into something like this. Like, it was very disturbing to see, because I finally see what was going on in life, and that's what we're raising out there, and that's what kind of people we have out there, just mentally unhinged, and you just never know what, But like I said, they got into an older Mazda. They were looked like they weren't dirty clothes. They were just not clean. You could tell that they were, they probably don't even know. They probably blame it on the washing machine, I'm sure. It's a washing machine's fault because it doesn't wash very well when they're not using soap. But anyway, I digress. That's what kind of people these people were. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about this, and if you've ever experienced something like this where people are just totally unhinged and not in reality. And like I said, it was very interesting. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.